Welcome to I Heart Geek.
And welcome to an episode of I Heart Geek. Yay, it's Christmas.
Yeah.
This is weird.
All right.
Okay. Before I get to introductions and all that, I do want to say this. We're doing a couple of Christmas episodes, and then we're kind of going to be done till the new year. We might get a couple more episodes in. But with New Year, we're kind of getting back into our groove. I have been super busy with a huge project I've been doing, so it's kind of eaten up all of my media time. So I apologize. We haven't forgotten about the show. We love doing this. But with that being said, I'm Dub. I'm here with Tyler. We're here with Kevin, and we're here with new guy Christian. How are you guys doing today?
Hey, Christian.
No. Doing good.
So today we are discussing Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas Special.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, but I do have some mixed feelings.
We know.
Okay.
Me?
Okay. We're going to start here. We're going to start here with mixed feelings already. It was great.
No, it was good. It was good, and I think it lived up to the Guardians of the Galaxy brand.
It lived up to it.
Absolutely.
I think there's some things that we'll get to. I still hate. I think Drax has been going downhill, and he just kind of jumped off the cliff on this one. But we'll get to it.
You just can't say nice stuff only. You can't just say, you know what, I liked it. Let's get on to the first scene.
Okay, I liked it. That was a show, guys. Okay, so let's talk about first impressions. Let's start with the new guy, Christian. What was your first impression of Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas?
I think it held its Guardian of the Galaxy overall feel. And I would agree with you that it was good. It was not great. I felt like it got hit with a little bit of the Thor Ragnarok / Love and Thunder comedy-esque flavor.
Fair enough.
And they tried to make it hip and happy. But I was actually pretty impressed with what they managed to do with a character like Drax, who seems to be pretty one-dimensional up to this point. And how they developed his relationship and the twist, with the whole,
Spoilers.
it being a present. Yeah, spoiler, whatever. I'm not going to say it, but I liked it. I mean, like I said, it was good. It was very good. It wasn't like epically great, but I don't think it was meant to be. I was pretty happy with it being what it was for being on Disney Plus,
It was an hour-long, fun Christmas pull.
Exactly.
And that's Disney needs to do more of that. Kevin, what's your first thoughts on this other than all hail Marvel? All hail Marvel.
No, God. you just can't. You can't do it. Listen, it was great.
About this.
Oh, they're going to fight.
Okay. So I would just picture this. I'm out camping. I'm out in the woods, and my daughter. We're inside the tent. We're watching this. It's like 10 o'clock at night, and my daughter is losing her mind because it's so funny. Marvel's building memories. That's why Marvel's so awesome in everything they do.
Cool.
So. No, it was good. I can understand some of the criticisms. I really can. I felt it was Christmassy. I mean, it was a Christmas show. Like they hit it. If I was wanting a Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas, I got it. That's exactly what it was.
Well, okay, and I'll get to you in a second, Tyler, but I gotta say that scene with the lights, I mean, my heart I wanted to cry a little bit.
Yeah,
right.
I was so happy and so Christmassy and so fulfilled at that moment. It was like, do more of that, Marvel. Just do that.
That was good.
Stop
that was good.
At me. Do that. I like that. That made me so happy. It feels good. It's like there's no more problems in the world. He's got Christmas lights. Yay! I'm sorry. I really did like this movie. Tyler, what was your first thoughts?
Well, my first thoughts as I was turning it on, thinking, don't be a Star Wars Christmas special. Don't be a Star Wars Christmas special. No, and it wasn't. It wasn't supposed to be this grandiose, awesome Guardians of the Galaxy 2.5 before we get number 3.
Yeah.
It was a Christmas special. And that's what it felt like. That's what we got. For a Christmas special, I thought it was great. It was just, it had all the feels, had all the vibe. And then, like you said, it was very on brand for Guardians of the Galaxy. They played around a little bit. It looked like they had fun with it, rather than like, hey, we're making a multi-million-dollar production here. Like, let's have some fun, and that's what I got out of it.
Very good.
Yeah.
Now, okay, controversial statement. I think this is the best thing Marvel's put out since Loki. Like by a huge distance. Yeah, go ahead. Think about everything else that's come in through there.
I mean,
Yeah.
Shang-Chi. When was Shang-Chi? Shang-Chi was really good. Shang-Chi's my favorite.
It was
my favorite Phase 4.
That did not give me the feels that this gave me.
Yeah, no, you know what? I'll go with it. I can't off the top of my head. I can't think. I really like Multiverse of Madness, though. I know, you didn't, but
I liked it. I liked it, but I think this was better. This was.
I probably
wasn't a bunch of crap I had to figure out. It wasn't like I got to make this fit and okay, well, I didn't like this, but let me try to figure out how I can like this. It didn't feel like that at all on this. This is just I like everything because I like it. Even the stuff I didn't like, which we'll get into because I'm on the show. I liked it.
I'll concur with you. I actually know exactly. I was just thinking it. I was like, so Multiverse of Madness. I thought, okay, overall, it is a better movie than like my first thought was like, no way, Multiverse of Madness is definitely better than the Christmas special. Then what you just said though, it's like I'm trying to think of a specific thing of this Christmas special that I was like, oh, I hate that, and there wasn't any, and that I was like, I hate that. There's things I disliked, but there was things that could have been done different, but
yeah.
But where the Multiverse of Madness, there was a couple things that I was like, that's kind of
I had quite a few of them.
Well, if the Christmas special was 2 hours long, then
then maybe they need to make the movie shorter. I'm just saying.
This was Marvel. So check it out. So the Phase 4.
This was
Phase 4. Everybody's like, okay, well, it's missing the mark on these shows, right? Movie. That's what the kick is, right? This is Marvel hitting the mark.
Yes.
That's what it is. Yeah. They hit exactly what they were trying to do. They hit the feels. They hit it was what you were expecting. It's just like, okay, this is Marvel. This is a Christmas Marvel.
If you are a comic book reader and every December the Christmas issues come out, this is them. Perfectly. If you like those, you'll love this movie. If you don't, bah humbug, you're going to hate it. Just skip it. Because you don't need it. You don't. But I enjoyed the heck out of it. It made me so happy. There's 2 Christmas movies out this year that have genuinely, and we'll get, the other one's going to be another show, but that have genuinely made me happy. In fact, I can't think of anything within the last 5 years of Christmas movies that have made me as happy as these 2 movies have made me.
Yes, I agree. I've noticed the last couple of years I haven't had anything, and this year I got at least one.
As far as Christmas movies?
Yeah.
Oh, you're spot on.
Yeah. It's been a while. Like Home Alone can only take you so far, right?
That was 20 years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
I could watch this every Christmas, and I probably will now. This will be a Christmas. Yeah.
Really? Like that? Like Elf? Elf level? That's pretty serious.
I haven't watched Elf. I got to be honest.
You're not missing much.
I know. We had this discussion.
It's.
So let's talk about some of the characters that we hit here on the good and the bad. Okay, now I do think I'm a huge Chris Pratt fan. I mean, I am. Everybody talks crap about him. I'm like, bite me. He's awesome. I think he kind of phoned this one.
Agreed.
He was definitely. I'm getting a nice check. I'm making a Christmas show, and I'm going to fill up my kids' stockings right now with everything with these fat loads of cash that I'm getting. I felt like that.
But I don't think it was. I mean, okay, so it was about Star-Lord, right? But it wasn't. It wasn't though. It was Drax and Mantis and their growing relationship. Which, by the way, I love their growing relationship. Like, are they a thing right now? Is we gonna have Drax Mantis babies? Because that's great. I'm here for it.
No,
please, no.
No. You might be the only one.
No.
I love their quirky relationship.
Episodes of She-Hulk to see that happen.
The back and forth was fun.
Yeah. Okay. So, any other thoughts on Star-Lord before we get on to some of these other characters?
He looks older.
Yeah,
I
he
did
does.
notice he looks old, like, and the
Well, he
actor's
is
older,
older.
but he looked like he was a little more serious in the movie. They didn't portray, he didn't really play on the comedy.
He's
They had
been
enough,
through a lot. I think
But he
those
has to
kinda
be.
Yeah, he went through Gamora,
right.
losing Gamora. I mean, that's a big one. And honestly, now that you say that, it kind of paid off at the end with the big reveal,
Yeah.
and he lightened up.
yeah.
Just
Well,
for
yeah,
a
because
minute.
he has to be serious right now. He's running the entire show. They bought nowhere,
Yeah.
you know.
And
Yeah.
and honestly, that's something I know they could in a longer movie they would have spelled out more, but they didn't.
Well, I see that probably being spelled out in part 3, but maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, their focus has never been lore building as much as just keeping it entertaining, and I think it's paid off with a few Easter eggs. But they didn't. I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, he was. I mean, he was pretty much the same as he was in Love and Thunder. I mean, he's pretty serious demeanor in there
Kind
too.
of a problem, yeah. Well, and honestly, it's because you take it from Love and Thunder, which was garbage. I mean, can we all admit that now? It's kind of a garbage movie. I love Thor, but it's kind of a garbage movie.
We all do not agree that it was garbage. I just
Okay,
want
yeah,
to
you
throw that
can't-
out there, listeners. We all do not agree that that was
Yeah.
garbage.
I
do.
put it
can't
on
call
the
it
same
garbage.
level as Dark World or whatever.
No, but it was.
Oh!
No, hold on. Love and Thunder had some very funny moments where I was like laughing, but it's not. Hear me out, but
Okay.
I get it. It's not what you go to when you go to a Marvel movie.
It's 100%
And I think
forgettable film. Think of it.
Okay,
try to think,
I
other
So
than the
Christmas
ghost, think of
special.
something.
I agree.
I can't remember anything about it.
No, I would agree that Love and
I
Thunder.
feel like this
I
is
mean,
therapy.
we could have gone without it. It didn't play anything, you know.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to crap on the Marvel universe. I really am trying not to. But there's some things that have
Yeah, we're
I
not
feel like
in the
I
Marco
haven't-
Polos right now.
I feel like I haven't gotten the
Teasing
chance
Kevin.
to express these things as of late. So I'm expressing a little bit.
I'm just
Okay, now let's hit one of the other. There's two things I really didn't like about this movie.
okay. Are you all right?
I'm so upset right now. And
What
I'm gonna
was
hit this
that?
one first. And honestly, it was the design of Groot. He looks like
He's a college
Football
hunk.
player.
he looks like
He looks like a football player.
his face is still like a baby,
Yeah,
and
baby
his body
face.
feels like
Like-
he just hit the roids.
like
And
he
I'm
just
looking
went
for
into
the
college,
acne
you
all
know?
over his face. I'm like, it was uncomfortable looking.
A
What
little
he
bit.
did was what it is. I mean, he's Groot. That's nothing will be as good as either baby Groot or grown Groot. That in between, and now it's just really.
He's in the awkward teenage years.
Yeah.
It's the awkward teenage years.
And I feel like they didn't spend as much money on the top layer of the CGI on his suit that they should have.
Why don't they just do costumes? I mean,
I know, right?
man, like for his
I
body
like
build, you could fit a
Christian. You
human
can
in
stick
there.
around forever.
Listen, I actually saw two real ones on that movie that was based on the kids of the Olympic gods,
Yeah.
Percy Jackson and the
Yeah. Percy.
I saw a B-reel where they used a costume for the Cyclops in part 2 and the digital, and it was just so much better. And every movie that has gone that route,
Practical
it takes-
effects are king. They are.
Yep.
I
absolutely.
agree.
Okay, Kevin, go ahead and dispute me on this. I know you want to say something about it, but no, go ahead.
Well, no, I mean he's in the awkward. Yeah, it looked weird. He's the awkward teenage years. Yeah, it's awkward teenage years. I mean, whenever I was a kid, I looked awkward because I don't look awkward anymore. I look fantastic. Thanks, Dub.
It's
Okay.
the beard covering most of your face. That helps.
It's there for a reason, brother.
It's called what is that? It's cosmetics for men.
Yes.
Okay, now before I get to the other thing I didn't like, let's say something I did like that I think. Where was this character, Mantis? Oh my gosh, I love this character now.
Yep.
Sarcastic, and honestly, I think I liked that they had the movie in between because the first movie she had known one person. Now she's with a group of people, and she just turned kind of catty and not. I'm trying to figure out how to say this. Not like overkill, girl power. It was just she was just her, and it was amazing. I loved her so much.
You saw a lot more out of her this time around. She was always so timid and this and that, or she would throw a snarky remark here and there, trying to keep with the group and whatnot. But this time around, you saw a lot of her personality come out.
Yeah.
I was very surprised. It took me back for a second. Like, this is it. It was an adjustment. I'm like, this isn't what I was expecting out of her at all.
Because all you
You
used
know
to get
what-
was like close to tears all the time, and now it's
Yeah.
a lot.
Well, you know what's interesting about the Guardians cast, and James Gunn has done a fantastic. They've all grown. All their growth makes sense. So like Mantis, she was very timid. She was doing things she didn't want to do. She was, and as we've seen her now, she's with friends. She has Drax. They're gonna make babies. It's so nice.
They're
And
not gonna make babies, Kevin. If this happens,
Well-
I'm gonna go to Florida and rip your beard out by hand.
Well,
Sorry.
no, but like, she's with friends now. She's comfortable, and I love it. I'm here for it.
I mean, technically, she's like half god, so I mean, they could probably make babies. Just saying.
And they'd be what 3? They'd be half god again. I think, if my math's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's enough god genes in there to make it work for Marvel. That's all I'm saying, Kev. So there's hope for you.
Now there's something here that I'm gonna
Can you hear me?
discuss this. Yeah, I'm gonna discuss this character real quick. And I know you guys are gonna disagree. The Drax saga. I loved Drax in the first movie. He was my favorite character. He was very autistic. The second movie, he was Down syndrome, it feels like. And this movie, he was a butthole. He was just like, you are so unlikable right now.
That took a turn.
Except for the hug. And this isn't me making fun of any disabilities or anything else. This is literally.
No, I know. We've had this conversation before.
I feel like that is a progression, and it went from I don't know what to do with this anymore. Let's just make him mean. He's like a freaking 5th grade bully. And he was my favorite character in movie 1, and now he went to my bottom. And I'm not saying he's bad. I think that is a legitimate issue that I have with that.
Well, again, that falls down. That falls to where they're turning all of these hyper aggressive, like combat warriors into these comedic reliefs. I mean, if you read the comic of Drax, he is a freaking killer, man. I mean, he is Conan. He's Conan the Barbarian, like,
In Alien
and
War.
he's turned into, I feel like I'm watching what are the Hogans? It's like Hulk Hogan, but he's like a dad instead of being a wrestler, and you're like, what's
a
going
big
on
galoot.
here? It's like it's so weird. And you're used to his character. I want to see Drax, and you're not. You're seeing the Mantis' boyfriend, has Down syndrome.
Stop with the boyfriend. It's not gonna happen. You guys are physically making me angry. No,
I think they're already doing it, though. I don't know. Whatever.
No.
Bug babies.
That is the final nail in the coffin for Marvel for me if that happens. Oh,
That's it.
that's it.
That's
That was it. That's the moment right there.
That's the line you cross.
That's the line.
The middle
Up to
eyeball.
this
That
point,
right
we've been
eyeball, that's
good, but
fine.
if that happens,
Yeah.
They've done some shady things in the Marvel universe. That's the end right there. That's bad.
that's the moment.
That is what Revenge of Skywalker bad. That is the worst. Oh, look at Kevin on that one.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, you hit a nerve. Just a. Ugh.
Okay, so now I'm done with things I didn't like. Let's talk about some of the really cool parts of this movie. And let me hit this scene first with Drax. Even though I didn't like the character, I really like this part. The introduction of the GoBots into the Marvel Universe. He said his family was killed by GoBots. Is this canon? Or is this a throwaway line? I don't think that they can make that.
It's not canon.
That can't be a throwaway line.
This is Drax, right?
Yes.
No, the Kree killed his family. That's why he hates the Kree.
But he
Yeah.
also he said that the GoBots killed his family in this.
No, I know, yeah. And that's, in this universe, who knows, right?
Yeah. So I'm wondering, are they going to pull the GoBot? Because they can't have Transformers, so let's take the next worst thing.
Stranger things have happened.
I don't know,
Side
man.
kill.
I didn't even notice that. I'm going to have to rewatch now. It's like, I didn't even notice GoBots.
Yeah, that when they're in the posing with all the cosplayers on
Was
what's
that
it?
front of the Chinese theater?
I remember that.
Yeah, and that's when he starts beating the crap out of Psykill. So
Mhm.
is this just me wishful thinking, or do you think there's something
Yeah.
to it?
I mean, no, it's canon. Listen, if it happens, it's canon. This is canon.
Yeah.
It's said in the
They killed
movie.
his parents.
Flies.
So
Flies.
yeah, no,
Oh,
I mean
no.
it's canon now.
Listen, they change stuff all the time, and this is its own universe. So okay, I thought it was the ultimate universe at one point, but no, it's its own thing.
Oh yeah,
This is
it's not
something.
616 anymore.
Oh.
I forgot.
It's whatever.
Even though
It's lazy writing a clock. That's
No, and
oh
in
my
their
God,
universe,
God, you gotta stop, brother.
I'm done.
is that what you're
That
right?
was just
No.
a dig at Kevin.
You know what's funny? In their universe, the planets are reversed because they messed up in the writing. That was one of the things that I had learned about. It was pretty
Fair
funny.
enough. Okay,
But anyway.
so Tyler, tell me what was your favorite scene from this? Oh, in fact, I recommend getting this one on Spotify on the playlist. It's great.
Oh yeah.
And that and all these years, and I know it's an old song, I'd missed out on the Smashing Pumpkins Christmas Time song. Oh my gosh, that song's been on repeat when they're doing the lights. That is such a good freaking song. I'm like, Billy Corrigan, you're like the same age as me, talking about your kids now.
Isn't that weird?
Sad. I remember when you were singing about bad things. Anyway,
and I think I think my other favorite part of this is that lights scene. Just that whole montage there. Oh, it's so good.
Did you guys tear up when
yes,
when the gift was left on his bed, and you're just like,
Oh
when he gave
yeah,
because he
that was cute.
When he
that was
told
a
the
great
rest
way.
of the story, that was good.
Well, because like Yondu, man, I love the character of Yondu. It's that hardened person and everything, but then like in behind the scenes, I kept on thinking about he might have been your dad, but he's not your papi or something like that. Whatever he says,
I've been your father.
like there it
he
is.
Ain't your daddy. Yeah.
And I thought, and like that was like on repeat while that whole scene was going on. I'm like, yeah, that's awesome.
Dude, I teared up. I was like,
I tell you an unusual spot that I teared up. That it was meant for a laugh, but I thought it was so sweet. Was when Cosmo drops the rodent thing on Kraglin. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
He wants to give him a gift. Pet him.
Which is awesome to see Cosmo.
Yeah.
I'm glad they brought him in.
That was really cool.
Yeah. Well, so what do you guys think of I know we don't usually mention it. I didn't even notice it until someone had said something about it in a article afterwards, because that's not Cosmo's voice. That's just a computer voice.
Right.
And well, it's he's a female now. And I'm like,
I did notice that. Yeah.
Of all the things to
the girl
about, I'm like, Cosmo he's a male dog, but that the voice thing didn't even click with me because it's a computer voice. It's not
right. And you're probably working with what you got when you make a dog speak through whatever means out of a collar.
And I just want to say it because people are making a big deal out of nothing about it.
Nitpicking over.
Yeah, well, we're in the geek universe.
Let's have some fun.
Kevin, what was your favorite part of this?
I just like every scene with Kevin Bacon. I mean, I'm trying to figure out a different thing because I like the lights, I like this and that, but the Kevin Bacon scenes were just great. That he did not take himself seriously. That he was Kevin Bacon until he's like, he goes, I should be really scared right now, but I'm perfectly fine with this.
Right.
Yeah,
it was good. The Kevin Bacon scenes were good. And then I said it multiple times, but the relationship between Mantis and Drax, I just love their banter. You said he sounded like a butthole. Me, because I joke around like that, I was like, oh, he really cares for her. He's actually joking with her right now. Like they're having babies.
His love language.
Shut up, Kevin.
His love language is to, be that guy. He's just not.
Yeah.
And he messes with her, I guess. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And then she says something that makes him look dumb, which is why you hate his character now. Because he's so dumb.
He's so dumb.
Man, there was so much Kevin Bacon in this
I
too.
want him
What
to
a
come back for
lie.
the first.
Yeah, he wasn't just. I thought it was just a quick thing, man. There was so much Kevin Bacon.
The whole.
Dude, he rocked out.
Yeah. Yeah.
He literally
he is
sang
a
like
musician
that. Was,
and all that. So
Yeah.
I mean, I think the 97s is his band or his brother's band or something. The ones that were doing all the alien music.
Most likely.
I think they
I
were
don't know. I haven't looked
brothers
into
at
it.
one point, or he manages them or something.
it's fun when a character plays themselves. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Who saw a movie recently? Oh, come on, I bring that up, but Nicolas Cage, where he plays himself. I don't know.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah, I heard it was funny. But anyway,
But nobody watched it, unfortunately.
No, nobody watched it. But anyway, I felt it was kind of funny that he was playing himself.
I appreciate it when they play themselves and they're not afraid to make themselves look stupid.
Yes, which he did. I mean, he didn't look stupid, but he made fun of himself.
So you have to be able to laugh at yourself. You're in Hollywood, man. I mean, you've done so many different projects that people either love or absolutely hate. You can't take yourself too seriously.
Let's talk about some wall breaking on this, which I thought was kind of interesting. One of those things I want to bring up first in the DC universe is John Cena's Peacemaker. John Cena, his face is on the map of the stars.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Superman. The DC universe now exists in Marvel.
Well, he brings up
Batman.
He brought up Batman
and Bruce Wayne.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
So that is now. I don't know if this is Tim Gunn saying, "Guess what, guys? I know this is my last Marvel project. I'm going to DC. I'm going to do whatever I want."
James Gunn.
Yes,
I now run DC. They're not going to sue me.
That's James Gunn going.
I love James Gunn. That's so funny. When that Batman, I remember it now, and I remember that it was so quick that I didn't even like. Yeah, you're absolutely correct. That's awesome. That is so funny.
This is definitely a rewatch movie. If you have it,
There's a lot of little things,
a lot of stuff.
This is one of those you can watch and then watch again and then watch a third time for just what's going on in the background because there's a ton.
Yeah, just the Easter egg goes home.
Yeah. Now, Kraglin's Mohawk. We talked about this for a second beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
Why? That looks so freaking painful. Ow.
That one didn't look like it just clips right in or anything, you know?
It was the swelled skin around it. I was like, that looks fresh. Like that looks like they just put it in.
I think that's what they were trying to do.
It looks like dental surgery without Novocaine. That's what it
looks like.
Yes. Like, ow.
Oh man.
I'm happy to see him with it though.
Yeah.
It was a good look on him.
It was.
Hopefully by volume 3 he can control it. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
I think they have to.
Just to redeem him as a character.
We're gonna stay away from talking about 3 because that's gonna be a whole episode.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna like. I'm just kidding. I hope I like it. I really.
You will.
Oh, 3?
I want them to finish out strong. I want them.
It's James Gunn, man.
I want them to take whatever they learned from this and keep going.
The trailers look really good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've discussed with y'all some of my concerns, but
I'm looking forward to Nova.
I'm sure you will. Oh God,
I'm looking forward to Nova only because I'm a super Nova fan from the comics. Yeah. Like I love, and the new one, like the Nova Prime, when he went to the body and everything. And I'm really looking forward to it just to see a different spin on it. You know, I don't care what they do with it. I just like to see. In fact, they're making a movie of it. It's pretty cool.
We'll have the Drax and Manus wedding and
shut up.
Christmas wedding next year.
Ah!
Well, it was meant. Did you guys see the hidden scene?
Yeah.
What?
Oh yeah.
The hidden scene.
Yeah.
What hidden scene?
They're decorating Groot.
Yeah.
The tree.
I saw it.
Oh, looks like we're gonna have to do it again next year.
And he drops
right on.
Please.
Yeah.
Please do this every year. I don't want to see a Thor Christmas because I don't want to see a Miss Marvel Christmas. I want to see another Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas.
But it has to be James Gunn.
Yeah.
That's the thing, though. It has to be James Gunn. and finding that talent is so hard.
Yeah.
Because there's
Maybe they'll bring him over for a minute. I mean, I don't know what's in their contract.
money talks.
Maybe Batman will actually show up this time.
If it wasn't for the
Yes.
fact that
Well, that's the real crossover we all want to see. That's the
Christmas
next
special.
big event. That would be that would be awesome.
and watch
All they need is Batman and
destroy
Wolverine, that's it.
everyone. Yes.
Batman Wolverine's crossover. That's all I need.
I'm in.
It'll sell.
That
I don't know.
that I would watch, even if it's bad, I'd watch it like 30 or 40 times.
No.
And I wouldn't even complain about it much.
No, not one bit.
I like how
It's
Rocket
kind of-
finally got Bucky's arm.
Oh yeah, Rocket.
Yes.
That
Honestly,
was
I
great.
think they forgot about him most of the time through the movie.
What a callback.
That was a good
That
call.
arm. First of all, when I saw that, I felt so bad for Bucky.
Yes.
And
Hey, maybe he loaned it. You know?
No.
didn't they give him a new arm? Didn't he get another arm? I don't know.
Remember how easy it is to take off.
Disarmament.
Yeah, you do
Well, no,
that.
remember how
kill
easy
the-
it is for him the arm to fall right off. Like remember that was a thing. It was super easy. So yeah, I did not realize that was his arm. I was like, that's an arm. I wonder whose arm that is. And then I just
Really?
it didn't click for me until
They even said it. Bucky's.
I missed that part.
You got to go back and rewatch this, Kevin.
Well, no, I
I
rewatched it, but
it.
at the first scene, I didn't notice it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great though. It picture, you know, Nebula getting Bucky's arm from him. Like, how
How
fun
did
is
she
that?
get it?
And you know the other thing that this did that again is a concern with Marvel for me anymore. My kids sat down and loved it, and I could sit down with a child of any age and they're gonna love this. And that's what I want to see with
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's why aren't you giving me that, Marvel? And DC is that because DC's darker. I don't like that either. I want my kids to be able to enjoy stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, one of those things.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's talk grades.
Wait.
What do we
You forgot like a huge deal.
Oh, the spoiler?
Mantis
The spoiler.
and Star-Lord. How? Yeah.
Yeah, they're brothers and sisters.
Yeah, they're brother and sister. Like that's
I don't believe
huge.
That was
Yeah, that was awesome.
before that, but
Well, it was in a deleted scene. It was in a deleted scene years ago, and then the question was it canon or not? And now it's absolutely
It's
canon because it was on screen.
Yeah.
Which I think is a cool little wrinkle between them and his reaction. That's the spot I actually teared up because she was super nervous. And then when he goes, "Oh, that's the best gift of all," and he hug. I was
It was
like,
an amazing scene, and the way he lit up and everything when she told him,
Yeah.
like she was so worried, and he just lights up. You know, it was good.
You know what this movie was? The word that I've been looking for. It was wholesome.
very
Yes.
wholesome.
And
Yep.
That's the
what I
word.
miss with my Marvel.
Yes. The
Mhm.
morals.
Yes.
It was a good, wholesome movie with a good message.
Yeah.
We were like, dang right, this is a great movie. And it's just
I mean,
good.
that
It's
the
good to watch.
Marvel's getting pretty good at doing that. I mean, after She-Hulk and everything.
We'll leave that one alone. Okay. Here's the deal. I gotta say this. Okay.
Oh God, do you though?
This show
Do
is my
you?
creation. This is I Heart
That's
Geek,
funny.
and my creation came from my mind.
I had to
I
poke
went
it
through
up.
4 or 5 tasks with this show.
I
These
had to poke
guys
it
say you can't be on the She-Hulk show. We're gonna take this away from you, and they won't let me talk about it because it's horrible. It's bad. Okay, I feel better now.
That's a very interesting opinion, Dub, and we appreciate that you
No,
have
you don't.
opinion
Why would you let me be on the shows then?
because
On
we
my
don't like
show!
your opinion. We appreciate that you have opinions. We don't like them.
Okay, with that episode, everybody but Kevin, what were the grades that you gave? 'Cause we don't care about his opinion on the Actually, let's start with Kevin. What is your grade for this? Because
It's going to have to be an A. It's exactly what it was supposed to be. It was a Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special. They hit the nail on the head. I actually teared up. And it's a great show. Great show. A.
Christian.
I would say an A as well. Are we doing plus or minus or just the letters?
Yes, plus or minuses, whatever.
Whatever you want.
I would say it's an A. For those characters and everything, And for what it was meant to be, yes, as a Christmas special, it's an A+.
I've never given an A+ to anything.
As a Christmas special, for what it is, it wasn't meant to be a volume or but when Kevin said that, I thought, you know what? For what it was meant to be, it did hit the nail right on the head.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to compare it to a full-blown movie or a miniseries like, Scarlet Witch or whatever, it's a one-hit wonder. It's like it's a one-shotter. So the fact that they fit all that story and it was all character development, which going to feed into Volume 3. It's just he really planned it out. It's a really good segue into Volume 3, and it was also a really good Christmas special. So yeah, I'm gonna give him a +8 just because of how many facets this one movie fits into and how it works so well.
Very good, Tyler.
Well, just for the fact that we got a Christmas special that was Christmassy all over the place. It had that wholesome vibe to it. We got to see what everybody's up to and what's been going on between, the major movies, which is great. Now we'll go into 3 with a little bit of background of what they've been up to and everything. With all that and the fact that you threw in Kevin Bacon and John Cena showed up in a little picture.
Yeah.
And they mentioned Batman.
It gets an A. I think it gets an A.
That's fair. Yeah. Okay, now for me, there's some factors I got to consider. First factor, Kevin gave it an A, so I want to give it an F right off the top, just because.
Of course. I mean, why not?
My F is.
Oh.
The second thing I got to look at is the bar, and this is my opinion, not everyone's. This is my opinion. Through Phase 4, the bar has been set so low that they didn't have to do much. Now, with that being said, if they put this out at the end of Phase 3, I'd still give it the same grade of an A.
Wow.
An A?
Yeah, good. All right.
I never give good grades, but it's a Christmas special. It's Toy Story.
You're just feeling the Christmas spirit.
It's a Christmas miracle.
No, it's just a spoiler for the next Christmas movie. That's going to be a higher grade than this.
Listen, but really thinking about it though, the movie was well paced. It focused on secondary characters and it made them shine. It did everything gently. It wasn't forced. There was no ulterior message. It was a wholesome family centered movie, and I liked it a lot. And when you say you lowered the bar, listen, for example, Multiverse of Madness, She-Hulk, they're very different styles of Marvel. I can't say the production itself was bad. I would say maybe the writing for sure, some of the acting, whatever, but. This movie, the acting, the comedy, it was just so well balanced. They had just enough comedy, but not to where it left a bad taste in your mouth.
And going back to the Thor: Love and Thunder, it was too much comedy.
Where Ragnarok worked.
Where it wasn't funny anymore. Now,
I loved Ragnarok.
Yeah, Ragnarok was amazing. I think that was a better balance. This had a balance. I want all the Marvel writers to be sat in a room and have to watch this on loop for
make this.
Get off whatever you're on. Watch this. Now watch it again. Now watch it again. This is what people want. Stop it. That's what people want.
More Kevin Bacon.
But can they do it without James Gunn? That's the question. And I don't know if they can.
Well, then it's time to stop hiring substandard talent to do stuff.
That's true.
Things should be good.
There's that.
I mean, because someone doesn't compare to James Gunn, let's say that he's the top. Okay, so you have to at least hit that bar, or else you don't have a job. There's a million people that want this job, and I'm not talking about anything else. I'm saying there's a line that there's the bar. You need to be reaching for that bar, not settling for. Well, it was okay, and I'm not again. This isn't to discuss to do it. This is with all movies. This is with everything on TV anymore. Set a bar. If you don't hit that bar, you can't do it anymore. You're not allowed. Merry Christmas to everybody. Right now. But no, that was meant as a positive because
fair enough.
James Gunn is that good. Feige is that good. Whedon, when he was part of the Marvel Universe, was that good. He wasn't so much in DC. But you've got a bar. You've got to be that good. Otherwise, why are we spending $1 billion on your movie or TV show or whatever?
I mean, they've been a victim of their own success.
That is a problem. Yeah.
Well, that's across the board in all entertainment because
It is.
of COVID. I mean, everybody was making money and making whatever they wanted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's over, guys. Let's go to it. Let's go to a new.
We can
phase.
go to the theater.
I think Volume 3 is going to be really exciting. I'm looking for. I know you want to hit on another video, but I'm looking forward because they set up a lot of things. I noticed they didn't really focus on like Nebula a lot, but they did on Volume 2, so that made sense.
Yeah.
So I mean, it just like I said, he really sees it as like the whole picture, and not a lot of people can do that. Can see a whole thing, and that's probably why he's running DC now, because he can have that vision and keep it.
Now, with all that said, okay, this is kind of a PS to the video. We're kind of done talking about the Guardians, sorta. And I want to say this one, and this is a PS to the video. If you don't like what we're talking about now, you just go to all the stuff.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Yeah,
Do.
button right down there. Hit it.
There you go.
Okay, so I want to ask this question. This is it's on topic but off topic, and this is not to stir controversy. Do you think with James Gunn leaving, this could be the nail in the MCU that says, "Okay, guys, it's time to calm down. Let's break this to about a quarter of what we had now, then, until you can start making it as good." Is this that nail with Gunn leaving, or do you think they're not going to learn their lesson?
There's no way they're going to learn their lesson.
A lot of money lately.
I think they already did. I think Phase 5 says it all. I think that they're gonna. I don't know. Who knows what they're gonna do? Because then you hear the CEO saying, "We're gonna double down on this, and we don't care, and we're gonna go extra progressive." It's just, okay. Do whatever you want.
Tippy toe.
I know. Yeah.
Well, I mean, with Gunn leaving, and the talent, you talk about the talent they need to find and everything, the level that talent needs to be at. I mean, you're only going to get lightning in a bottle once. They they had that end game finale, the crescendo, and
So
you're coming back from that, and they're trying to. It feels like they're trying to find their groove again.
But I'll get that.
So Phase 5,
but I gotta say this.
Gang.
But I gotta say this. You said you can only hit lightning once. That's not true. Look at all Phase 1 and Phase 2. That was a whole bunch of different collaborative people. A lot of different, and they caught lightning every time. So they may not catch lightning every time, but they need to catch it at least a couple of times per phase.
Okay, so let's
to bring it back to pro wrestling for a second. In pro wrestling, the general rule of thumb is, let's bring it back to pro wrestling. It's a general rule of thumb.
Stop watching it. Sorry.
It's a general rule of thumb for all bookers. They have a 3 to 4 year window where they have these storylines, everything's going good, and then all of a sudden it falls off. The reason why Vince McMahon, one of the reasons why WWE is so popular, is they would have these 3 to 4 year windows, have a year off, not that good, and then another 3 to 4 year window, and they were able to catch lightning in a bottle multiple times. And yes, Marvel needs to do something right now.
Phase 4.
I agree. They need to catch it again.
So then let's talk the tweaks. So Phase 4, right? What are the tweaks? They could have tweaked a couple things, and it would have been so much better. The Eternals, they could have split that into miniseries. Hindsight.
The Eternals was terrible. And now here's what's funny with Eternals, and I said this when we did the episode. The first time I watched it, I liked it. The second time I watched it, I'm like, this is a terrible piece of crap.
Because it doesn't go anywhere.
It's a spectacle, and it was a nice little spectacle. And there's like, none of this made any sense.
I stand by it. Should have been a series, like
with the hand and everything.
A 7-part series or something.
But are they taking advantage? Some of these series, I'm not naming any names, but have went way too long. And some of them, the ones you want to last, are like 5, 6 episodes and you're done.
I kind of like how the Scarlet Witch series is now expanding into this other girl, and
WandaVision.
Well, yeah, sometimes you just gotta test stuff out.
That's what Phase 4 could have been, guys.
But you gotta test stuff out, though, and I feel Phase 4 was a lot of that. It feels like, let's see what we can turn Marvel into, because they own it now, so they're trying to look. You had WandaVision, which was the whole sitcom thing and flavor, but then they added the Marvel spin at the end. It worked. She-Hulk was like this comedy, Seinfeld, Friends-esque with a superhero in it. And I just find that it's like, okay, I see what they're doing. They're just testing stuff. and some of it works and some of it doesn't. She-Hulk.
Yeah, that's what I feel the problem is right now. They had a recipe and it worked, and people have complained about that. Guess what we're gonna see when we go see a Marvel movie? It's gonna be this, and this, and it's like, yeah, because it works and people loved it. That there's billions and billions of dollars to show for that, and they're like, okay, well, we've been putting onions in the meatloaf this whole time. Let's try something different.
Let's try garlic.
Nope, they didn't like that. Okay, let's try something different here. Yeah, they didn't like that.
Exactly.
They did, but not quite the reception we thought. That's kind of what feels like they're doing now.
Until they're gonna. Question: What would have saved Phase 4? And I'm gonna give you the answer. What thing in common?
Dub's about to save Phase 4.
I could. Well, you can't
what
now.
What?
In Loki and Scarlet Witch, those two things had everybody doing something that none of the rest of the movies did. They had
watching it,
speculating and guessing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They gave us enough Easter eggs, and they didn't deliver on
that. And that's so fun.
Well, we loved every second of it. It was fun, and it was being a comic book fan again, and we don't have that anymore.
They reached out to the source material and they used a lot of it, but they still
don't have to give us everything. We can
right,
on most
and
of
they
it.
didn't.
I think
they took liberties
on most of it, but that's what they're missing. That's the secret ingredient, Marvel. You can have it for free. Give it to us. Let us freaking speculate on stuff. Otherwise, I'm wasting my time. I'm done. Okay.
But what we don't have to speculate on? The Christmas special, because we all gave it an A. So like, share, subscribe.
Definitely watch the Christmas special.
Definitely watch the Christmas special. I'm sorry about the tangent, guys. We're gonna get off now because otherwise we're gonna throw things at each other.
We love things, and we get concerned when they're not feeling so well.
Merry Christmas and happy holidays.
Absolutely.
I hope you guys haven't given up on us. I know we haven't had the amount of shows, but we're going to get back to normal starting the new year.
It's been hectic.
It's been wild.
We had tornadoes and hurricanes and job switches, and it's gone everywhere with the whole cast. So
life.
Shows closing, shows extending, yada, yada, yada. Yeah. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. We said it like 6 times, but subscribe, like, comment, talk to us. We will talk back. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're smoke signals or something. Just talk to us. We talk back. Yeah. And YouTube. Share it with your friends because not enough people are into Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas, and we need to remedy that. So until next time, I'm Dub. I'm here with Tyler. I'm here with Kevin. We're here with Christian. Keep on geeking on, guys. We'll see you next time.
You have been listening to the latest episode of the iHeart Geek Show. Make sure you visit our website at www.iheartgeekshow.com. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And if you check us out on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And keep on geeking on to all of you geek rock stars.